I'm going to go ahead and start the players meeting in here right now. So we're going to go over a few things. They should be posting pairings as soon as we're done here. So as soon as I'm done, we'll go check the pairings and we'll get round one started. First of all, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming out. We are going to have 4 sections today. K8 and K12 sections are being merged. K8 and K12 sections are being merged. So there will be K1 learning, K3 learning, K5, and then a K8-12 merge section. K8 players will receive K8 trophies, okay? The K1 section and K3 sections are designated as learning sections. That means that TDs will be able to intervene in games to make sure that students are understanding rules. Okay, we're not going to make moves for them, but you know, if they ask us a question, we will answer it as it pertains to the rules, okay? All right, time controls today. K1 and K3 sections are playing game 20 with 10-second delay. Game 20 with 10-second delay. K5 and the K8-12 merge section are playing game 30 with 5 seconds delay. It will be 5 rounds all sections. 5 rounds all sections, okay? I want to review some of the rules with you guys. First, remain quiet, please, when you're playing. It is disrespectful to your opponent, the people playing around you. Everybody's trying to concentrate just the same, so we ask the students to remain quiet when they're playing. The only things you need to be saying, maybe quietly, check, checkmate, offer a draw, I adjust, those sorts of things. If you have any other kind of issue, raise your hand and get one of the tournament directors, okay? Miami Fugatti, who is not in here, but you may know what he looks like. He's really tall. He'll be the chief floor tournament director. I will also be on the floor. And then John Simons is the chief director. He'll be working the computer. If you get one of the 3 of us, we can help you out and answer your question, okay? So, and if you have any issue at all at the board, raise your hand, okay? Don't argue with your opponent, okay? The touch move rule, as always, will be used. I just want to go over that real quick. If you touch a piece, you must move it. If you touch your opponent's piece, you must take it if you can, okay? There's really not many exceptions to the rule. If you feel like a piece is not in the center of the square and you just want to recenter it, you can say I adjust, j'adoube, right? And move the piece back to the center of the square, okay? But if you touch it without saying I adjust, your opponent's going to raise their hand and say touch move, and you're going to have to take that piece if you can, or move that piece if it's yours, right? Okay. No electronic devices in the playing hall, please, except for US Chess approved notation devices. If you're here and your parents gave you a cell phone or something like that, please leave it with somebody in the cafeteria. Okay. I don't want to have to make rulings because somebody brought a notation device, somebody's claiming somebody's cheat, or not notation, an electronic device, cell phone or something in the playing hall, or somebody claims that somebody else is cheating. That's just really not something I want to ever have to do. So let's just keep all electronic devices other than notation devices in here. Don't bring them into the playing hall at all. Don't bring them into the bathroom, okay? All right, after your games, players will report scores together. The score table will be outside of the gym, just outside of the doors, and you'll be able to report your scores together. We need both players to take a score, okay? We encourage all players to take notation. We will have some notation sheets and pencils and other writing implements available to students and players. There are lots of reasons to take notation other than just having a record of your game. It protects you as a player, right? You can't claim a draw by 3-fold repetition if you can't show me notation that happened. You can't claim a draw by the 50 move rule without notation, okay? If I'm observing, I have to see 5-fold repetition and I have to count off the moves, right? If you're in time trouble, you can raise your hand and get a director and we can watch your game, okay? But there's not a ton of us and there's always a lot of games going on. So notation protects you as a player, right? As always, I'm going to encourage good sportsmanship, right? Shake hands with your opponent at the beginning of the game. Shake hands with your opponent after the game. Try to win and lose with grace both, right? I think that's pretty straightforward. With respect to equipment, we have sets of boards. If you have clocks, we encourage players to bring their own. Clocks are going to be provided only if games go long, right? So if we're getting toward the end of the round, when the round should end, we will take the remaining time and divide it between the players and put a clock on that game. So if you have a clock, I recommend bringing it to use it. It is to your advantage. because otherwise you're splitting time equally even if you haven't used it equally at the end of the round, okay? All right, any questions? Sorry? All right, so we should have pairings up in just a minute. They'll be posted in the hall, and we're going to start just about on time. So thank you guys.